Hi friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome back to Spring Journal. This is going to be part number 3. Let me untangle my earphones. Okay, so I can't figure out a way to do this in less than 4 parts. So here we are. If you want to see part 1 and 2, they are listed down below in my playlist of making a junk journal or making a journal. My thought was I had lots of extra spring stuff. Spring-y. These colors represent spring to me. Excludes. Welcome to spring. Welcome to spring in Washington. It's 30 degrees outside and overcast, and I'm a little chilly this morning, I got to admit. So I have on a big flannel shirt. So excuse the sleeves for a little bit. I normally warm up as I'm down here, but we'll see. So I brought you along for part 1. We chose the papers. Part 2, I solidified a few things and put some pieces in, but it took me like an hour to make like 12 decisions, I think. So I needed to turn off the camera and just futz a little bit. So here are my 2 signatures. You can see they are chunky monkeys. Now, I have added some stitching, obviously some tabs, all sorts of goodness in here. I will go through and show you the details later. That's like not the purpose of this today's plan. Today's plan is to get these signatures into the cover. Now, I went ahead and made the cover because I've made multiple of these. This is exactly how I make pretty much every monthly journal that I make. I took a piece of 12 by 12 paper, I cut it in half, and I cut this to a little bit, almost 9. I think it's 8 3/4, whatever my brain liked, 8.5. It's right on 8 and almost 3/4. So I did not fold up the flap. Now, sometimes with my 12 by 12s, I just fold up the flap and make a pocket. I just chose not to do that for this one. Why, I don't know. I am making this for someone else. So this is a little bit harder for me, quite honestly, because it's just not all about me as much as I'd like for it to be, because that's easier. If I like this or that, I just choose it, right? Excuse me. Okay, a little bit of coffee going on this morning. So, yeah. So on the inside, I've gone ahead and I extended the spine. I added another piece of scrapbook paper. So I just chose 2 coordinating pieces from a scrap pad. I expanded the spine, and I just put a little thin strip of like clear washi down it for right now. That might be all I do for this. Again, it's not for me, so I don't know the purpose necessarily of this journal. Yeah, making stuff for other people is not an easy thing for me and it's not perfect. Like, this is not a beautiful handmade, perfect journal. This is like, welcome to Allison's brain. Okay, so underneath here, I do have a strip of Tyvek envelope that I glued down here to secure the binding, right? And to give it a little bit more strength. And then I put some of my dyed composition paper, like smush paper, down, okay? Just to cover the inside. Yeah. What I was looking for, quite honestly, is a double-sided cardstock, but it just didn't work out that way, and so this is fine. So I also added eyelets right here because we will be securing it like with a tie. I think it's already fat enough. Okay, there goes the jacket. Let's see if I can maintain my heat if I take it off. These signatures already fill up this journal. If anything, excuse me, my goodness, if anything, I could have made this actually wider. I know, crazy. All right, let's go ahead and bind in. I'm just looking at my little trash right here if I have anything to use, because you know what we got to do. Measure but don't measure, right? Let's see. Let's take a strip of this and I just normally use a little piece of the trash that I've accumulated, but it's already in the trash. So, well, now the other thing we could do, how wide is this? This is the other way you can measure this. It doesn't, you don't have to measure anything, you guys. You could just do it and freehand it. I can completely screw it up even with all right, this that's literally not what I want to do, but I don't like measuring off this edge, but that's going to be close enough. I was very tired yesterday and emotional. And so I did film part 2 of this journal, and then I turned off the camera and I turned on some movies, and I just sat and crafted down here. Yeah, I needed a down day. Today will also be a down day. I've already done some laundry. I need to, pay bills, do some work. I need to get back up and running. But yesterday was like just check out day. Okay, so there is the width. All right, now we can decide, although I don't think we need to because I actually have some grid paper in here. So we can kind of mark which line we want to do this on. So you can see that is the width. Okay, now I think I don't know what you do on here. I mean, I'm tempted to put it in between some of these squares, quite honestly. Okay, so it's not perfect, but in essence, this thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 wide. So this is almost half. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is literally the middle here. And so I think I want to try and put my holes on this line is where I want to go. Okay, let's just make that decision. Now what I do, and I learned, oh my goodness. Again, it's the same thing every time. I was taught this very simple technique, and you do not have to do anything like this, but Brooke from Recreations by Brooke, there's your T. Thank you, friend. T at the top. And the first way I ever learned to do this was sweet Christy Biddleson, and she posted a video for me because I was like, I don't know how to punch holes. So anyway, you take your strip of paper, you put a T at the top. Now, this is already oriented. I already put this at the bottom because, yeah, so I know that's the bottom, but otherwise you would maybe mark this too, because you don't want to be like upside down and around and get it upside down if it matters, okay? You also want to do the same on your signatures if they are, okay, oriented one way or the other. Okay, so halfway, and then you fold the bottom to the halfway mark. Okay, you're not going to put your hole there. You're going to fold it one more time up to that fold. Okay, and that is where your mark's going to go. Now let's do it one more time. So into the middle, crease it, and then back up to that crease one more time. My papers they're all the same length. So if you're making junk journals and like different size papers that have, it's not going to catch, all 3 of those holes aren't going to catch every single thing. All right. So it's important that you try to catch as much as possible. So you want to know where your holes are. All right. So we didn't need this wide one because I'm going to use the measurements on this thing. So I'm just going to take, the marking here and the marking here. And because I have graph paper, I have this beautiful place to put stuff, right? And then I'm just going to carry it over. And again, they're not quite straight, but it's going to be fine. Chances of me hitting these marks anyway are pretty slim. Now see, this one's a little wonky, so I'm going to... Yeah, más o menos, right? All right. So what I chose for the outside, I put the white flower here. I did choose these other colors. Now, these were the only other colors I had. I had a navy blue flower as well and a dark green. And so I chose these, and it's going to be fine. I'm going to use my big Crop-A-Dile. It cuts holes. It punches holes as well as sets eyelets. I have a smaller one. They're both linked down below in my Amazon links. No, you don't need both. Okay. This one has the long reach that can go into a book. And so the handheld one, it does not. All right. I'm going to put it on the bigger punch. And we are going to... And no, you don't need to set it with eyelets. I have them. I thought I might as well use them. And also because it's a heavier book. Like, I just think the eyelets, quite frankly, protect this binding a little bit from tearing with the heaviness. This journal's already heavy. I would like, maybe I'll weigh it for you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, this one is already crooked. So let's see how... I feel like it's getting caught somewhere. You guys, my husband's in cleaning mode today. He's upset. The boy is racing. Oh, see, so those are not... not completely equal. You can see the distance between the two at the top and the two at the bottom are not the same. None of which matters. It's completely okay. Completely okay. All right, I'm adding these little bits to my confetti bag here to make a shaker pocket. I know. Okay, so now the major decision, I already have made it, I think, because I don't think my brain, I don't think, so we could do like something like this. Now I might surprise myself, okay? Because this was like my choice here. And I actually would put maybe the red at the top. I'm not going to go red, orange, yellow. I know that because that looks too much. Yeah, so I'm struggling a little bit with the red. I do like the yellow. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. So this is what I think I'm going to do. The other option, of course, would be to mix these up and make it kind of wonky like that. And I'm not too sure. What do you guys think? I wish I had some softer colors, like the light blue and the light green. I had, like I said, a dark navy blue and a dark Kelly green. It was just too much for this. So I'm using the red, orange, and yellow. I wish, obviously, I had pink and a light purple in the flowers, but I don't. So let's do it. We're going to be crazy. We're going to go outside of our comfort, like this entire journal, and we're going to do it. All right. So I switched the top of this from hole punch to eyelet setting. And then I'm really sorry if I don't have you guys. Gosh forbid I like made enough room on my desk to do this. All right, give me just a minute. If I don't have you, I'm right here and I'm coming back. I will say, if you have a hand situation or a strength situation in your hands, this one is much easier to use because obviously it uses the strength of a flat surface underneath it. So that would be the one. Besides it has the long reach. If you don't really think you need the long reach, I will say if you have a grip situation, this one makes it much easier in for that reason as well. I bought my first one when they didn't even have the second one, and so I didn't know, right? Okay, so those are done, and then that gets put away. Why is it not going in its little home? There you go, dude. Okay, so now we have these. They're not super flat, which is kind of weird. I could probably redo them, but I don't think I need to. We're going to have thread through here as well as signatures on top. We're not going to need it. Now, I did already pull the thread I was going to use. Did I not? I did. Where is it? Do you see it? It's a key right here. So this is a little set that I bought, I mean, years and years ago from American Crafts, probably off like, I don't even know, QVC or something like that. Who knows? So I just chose the yellow. It's pretty 2, 3, I don't even want to know what my husband's doing upstairs, you guys. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I snipped it. Ah, look at that. Oh, well, I didn't. I got an extra little. Okay, no problem. So that goes back in the twine bag. So now we have 2 pieces that are 3 times the length, which is what they say you need. It's plenty. You don't actually need 3 times. I have my book binding set here. You don't need this either. If you're interested, there's one linked below also in my Amazon links. And again, like we're not using this twine, although this is very nice wax twine, I will say. Whoops, here's a needle. Well, we'll use this one. It does have a good set of needles in it, which is kind of cool because they have this giant eye folder, whatnot. And the thing I obviously use it for the most is an awl, but you can get an awl lots of different places. So don't feel like you have to buy all the stuff necessarily. Excuse me. Just choose what you need. Now, this is the decision. Now, I haven't punched my holes yet in my books, but when you bind your book, if you start from the outside, your tails will be on the outside. And if you start from the inside, your tails will be on the inside, obviously. And that is kind of a designer choice, so to speak. Now, I think I've put them on the inside one time. It just doesn't, well, first of all, I learned by putting them on the outside. So that's, yeah, we'll see. All right, let's look at these chunky monkeys. So I have 2, and this one's like not even clipped. So let's get it clipped. They are not happy. They're super fat. You can see like it's ooching out so much, right? All these papers are the same size, and it's a huge, I mean, that's almost, literally almost an inch of ooch, okay? We cannot be having that. It has to, we've got to get it settled in here somehow. So let me find the middle. Here's the middle. All right. Now, yeah, look how fat, you guys, this journal. I'm actually really happy with it. I really have enjoyed making it yesterday. It was really fun to just come in here and kind of just play, honestly, just create without, So, let's see here. We're going to bind it. We're going to get it. I guess I'll move this closer to the middle and get as much of it as we can, right? We want it as tight as we can in there. I'm not going to cut it, you guys. I'm just not. I did a lot of stitching and stuff on the edges, and I'm not. I'm praying. I left a little bit extra here And I'm just praying that the person likes it and doesn't mind stuff sticking out. Again, it's hard making something for someone else. At least for me, it's hard making something for someone else. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to open it to the middle. I'm going to lay it flat, but then we're going to refold it, all right? I'm going to take my piece of paper that's already marked. I'm going to put it right up against that middle fold. T at the top. Now, I know this is the top. It has some bows at the top. It's oriented the right way. If not, please double check. How do I know that? Well, let's just say I do, okay? Let's just say I know that you could, by mistake, bind something in upside down. You guys, can you hear my husband? All right. Lots of people have different books. I don't normally do this. I've done it once or twice now, and it makes sense in these chunky monkey. They sell book cradles on Etsy, but a lot of people just use a book. It kind of just holds it, right? And what we need to do, I don't actually really know if that crocodile would go through here. I mean, it certainly would not go through all of it at one time. I don't think. So we just, do this. Look at that. Please watch your fingers. Okay. So we just, because you want the papers in that V, right? All right, look at that. Look at that. Nice. If I don't have you down here, I'm really sorry. Let's see. There you go. Okay. Now, I'm tempted to sew this in like right now. I have it. I'm just going to do it, and I'll set this aside and we will. So I'm going to put it in the book. I really, okay, let's think about this. If I come up the middle and I go to the top and down the bottom and out the middle, okay, does it work the same? No, never mind. I'm not going to do that. Never mind. Forget that. All right, I'm going to come up the middle and I'm going to find, just don't lose your tail. There we go. All right, so just make sure you have your tail. I'm going to go out the top, through the top hole. From the top, you're going to go all the way down to the bottom and up that bottom hole. This one seems to be the one that's the hardest for me because I think the papers have like poked around enough. I don't know. Did I get it? Is that where the hole is? Yep. Okay. Well, there you go. And then the last one's hard, hard because you need to go back through the same hole. What you don't want to do is split this thread. Okay. So you want to try to kind of pick a side in this hole and see if you can not split it. All right. So I think we got it, and we're going to come through this hole again. All right. So that's exciting. You can undo your thing, and then you're going to take the two ends and you're going to put it on either side. Okay. Now you can see this is super loose. It is not. Okay. And I'm going to pull and adjust. That's the other reason I like the eyelets, because I can pull against them and it's not tearing this, okay? So let's make sure these are kind of you don't want to pull too tight, right? It will rip. And I would, and then, right over left, left over right a couple times maybe makes the world tight, tight, tight. I don't know. Whatever the rhyme is that you learned when you were 3. Or whenever you learn to tie knots. All right. And then I have a couple hangies. Now, I think I have an idea for what I want to do on this journal, but okay. So we can take our clips off now. Now, even if we didn't add the second signature, this is enough to fill this book, right? If we were only going to do one signature, I obviously would have put the holes in the middle of the binding, but we have a whole nother signature to add, you guys. Yeah, fun times. Okay, here we go. Let me get my needle threaded. So we're up and ready to go. I do really like these big needles though. The bookbinding set I have listed below is not this exact one, but it's like super, super close. I couldn't find the exact one, but it's the same idea. Like they all come with some thread and scissors and some sort of little tool. I actually love this. I don't know why I keep this in here. I should probably take it out. I love this bone folder. I think probably because it's longer, actually. I actually have 2 other ones that are shorter. It has this little fun pair of scissors. So you could make a little traveling kit, with that. I always say every month I'm going to cover that box, and I just have yet to do it. Okay, yep, happy with that. Okay, here we go. So we're going to take our second signature, which I'll tell you what, it's not as fat as the first signature. I don't know if I don't even, it doesn't matter at this point. We're not going to do anything about it. Maybe I haven't added as much. I know it's not done, but I wanted to get it bound this morning because this is the time I have to do this. And okay. Now again, this has orientation to it. I know because I have tabs at the top. So you just want to make sure you don't forget that. Okay. So get it as tight in here as you can. T at the top. Line up your paper and make your marks. Okay. Now what we didn't do in the first one, well, we can go back. I'm not too sure. Sometimes I erase those little dots and sometimes it doesn't matter to me right here once the thread's in and stuff. So we'll go check it when we're done. I'll find a page in the middle and I'll find my awl and go through it like that. All right. If you guys haven't used an awl before, obviously they're super sharp, but there's more narrow at one end and thicker on the other end. So like you could get a smaller hole if that's all you want to do. And then the further you kind of push it in here, right, the bigger the hole is. Okay. So I'm pushing it. The reason I'm saying that is because I do choose to push it a little bit further in. So that hole is bigger, like big enough, right, that I can get that needle through and I don't have to mess around with it. All right. So there's that. And we are going to get out our our Chunky Monkey journal. We're going to go through the middle. Bring you over here, Miss Thing. She's not as fat as her sister up front. Here we go. There we go. And out through the top. Oh, you guys, this is one of the days. We just are on different schedules a little bit. And so when my husband gets in go mode, I'm like, oh, geez. He's like, I got to go do gardening and stuff. I was like, oh, God. I am not a gardener. Like, literally, I hate it outside. That's not even true. Wait, let me take that whole thing back. I don't garden at all. Literally nothing. I buy some potted plants once a year, twice a year, whatever, to put on my porch and stuff. I've tried planting a few seeds, but they don't ever do anything, and it's all fine. So, and we have like land that's just nature. I don't know what else to say. Did I? Ha ha ha! I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. Let me pay attention so I don't screw this whole thing up. Yep. Got it. Okay. So we'll go to this side. Anyway, so when my husband, I mean, I'll go out and trim bushes and stuff. Like we have beautiful hydrangeas and that sort of thing. But he trims the trees and he mows the grass and, you know, all the stuff. And I'm so grateful for him. Oh, do you see what I did? That's a perfect example. It doesn't go this way. Okay, but it doesn't matter. I'm just tying thread, but I panicked for a minute. Did I sew the book in upside down, you guys? And there you have it. And there you have it. I sewed my book in upside down after I just told you to frickin' pay attention. Pay attention. Top. It's upside down. How do I know that? I just do because, oh my God. See? There's no talking. Allison, stop talking. Okay. What a ding dong. Okay. Look at, if this is why I say mark your pages, but I don't. I said, oh, look, there are all these pretty tabs at the top, and I still sewed the dang thing in upside down. That's an easy fix, actually. I just have to get my needle back, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Y'all saw it too, I know. You'll comment. You're like, I was gonna warn you. All right, this is the middle one, and it starts on the outside. I'm just gonna drop it back through the middle. That's too bad because that one went that one went relatively smoothly, huh? Oh my goodness gracious. All right. I got sidetracked with the noise upstairs. Okay. We will go back out through the top and try it again. Here we go. This is not coming. Why is it not? It's not moving. Why not? Are you mad at me, little string? Don't be mad. It's okay. We're going to work it out. Come on. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Crazy. Okay, we'll go up through the bottom. There we go. And back through the middle. Again. Okay. Holy cow. You guys, I'm not joking. Every single time. Hey, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. That's my husband vacuuming. If you know, you know. Ooh. Good thing we're almost done. Okay, here we go. So here's our two strings. They're on either side of this string. I'm just going to make sure they're tight enough. I'm going to test it here and they're good. I'm also going to test and just make sure my book's the right way. It is. This is the way I want it. And I have one specific page in here I can check with. So let me just do that and make sure. And yes, we are the right orientation. Oh, God. Okay. I can't make this stuff up, you guys. I can't. All right, here we go. Right over left. We're going to do one more thing and then we'll be done for today. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave these for now, like I always do. I will probably add something to them I'm just going to tie them in a little light bow for now. Okay, so that's what it looks like. All right, let's go back here. Let's take our clips off. Okay, we will erase this. It is a Frixon pen. It does erase with heat, or the little eraser it comes with, but the way the eraser makes heat is how it works. It will come back if you freeze it. That's how all the Frixons work. So if you want to write a secret note to somebody and erase it and tell them to put it in the refrigerator when they get it for a secret note. Look how uneven those are, you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to count and see. But it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful chunk of love. Look at it. Look at it. So much fun. I did leave a lot of threads off here, and I will do a complete kind of like, flip through for you guys to see it. But I want to add this right here. And so I don't know. This is my little bag of pieces, and there's nothing in here that's long enough really that would go with this. So I'm going to have to go get my ribbon box. So that will not be on this video, but that will be, this will be number 3. Okay. Of binding in these signatures. Okay. But it's already a chunk of love. Chunk of love. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I love it already. And there's like not even one thing documented in it. Both of the signatures in the middle, I left you off with this yesterday. We made our own doily here. And I went ahead and added one to the other middle too. I really like that. Okay. So that's kind of like the signature thing. And then on the inside, here is the in-between of those two signatures. Now, like we talked about, I don't mind this at all. This is how all of mine are. It's obviously usable. This I left as a flip, so I think it's all going to be fine. Okay, some people don't like this, and you could move your holes a little bit closer, but I don't mind it at all, and I'm very, very happy with it. So look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, super happy they're in, and super happy they're the right side up. You know what I'm saying? It's the little things in life. So I will find some ribbon, and I'm going to go ahead and put a closure on this. And then I'm going to go through and kind of make sure like every page has what I want it to have. Again, it's not for me, so I don't know. But yeah. And I'm not going to do, as an example, like this just has a tag in it. I'm not going to do a lot of extra stuff to this. I'm just going to leave it as, I mean, people can do what they want with it. So if hopefully the person really likes it, but we'll see. Okay. So, that's going to be it. I will bring you back for a 4th video of a final flip through before this goes off to its new home. Okay. And we'll look at all the goodness together. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. You know what? Just remember, tee at the top and check your orientation before you bind things. That's the lesson of the day. All right. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care. Bye.